Hey, what's up guys? Jason Turner, Navigator Mortgage Brokers. Want to do a quick story for everybody today. I'm going to do something a little bit different about experience that I'm having presently that I wanted to talk about today because it's really, really important not to make the mistakes that I'm seeing be made by multiple parties on this transaction. Okay, so story goes, I pre-approved this buyer that I'm working with, veteran buyer. Work with a lot of veteran buyers, and they write an offer on a home. They write a contract with buyer's agent, contacts me, says, hey Jason, we're gonna write an offer. I'm like, great. I provide the paperwork that they need. Selling agent calls me just to verify everything looks good. I talk to him and say, yes, everything looks great. We're moving forward. Just need your seller to accept the offer and we can move forward. Well, fast forward 3 weeks. I don't hear from anybody. I don't hear from the buyer's agent, the buyer, or that same listing agent. So I'm assuming that contract didn't get accepted. Maybe they're still shopping. I don't know because I don't have any communication from anyone, right? So in those cases, I don't know how to, as the lender, I don't know how to act if anything is going on or not, right? Well, in this case, unfortunately, the contract was accepted. The buyer didn't do an application. The buyer's agent never emailed the contract. The listing agent didn't follow up on any kind of like appraisal check-in or commitment letter that would be needed to meet the terms of the contract, right? So in these cases, I had no communication whatsoever. The problem this creates is we have a closing date of a week after someone contacts me, right? So we're 3 weeks into this contract date with a 4th week left. Now, if you know anything about mortgages, they can take a little bit of time, right? Especially appraisals in the present market. In this case, it's going to be at least 10 business days. So that's going to go beyond the scope of the contract, the terms of the contract. So this puts everybody in a bind because no one communicated. Okay, this is the key issue of this whole story is when you do get a house under contract, it's the first person that you should call is the lender because you need to get the application started, you need to get the proper documentation in, you need to make sure that everything else is in line with your home inspector. You want to get that lined up. Do you need a termite inspection? There's a lot of things that go into it to make sure that you're going to be in the right stage, taking the right steps, making sure you're on top of the things that need to be done, right? So just want to get this story out there and just re-emphasize that everyone in the transaction can communicate with anyone. That's the listing agent, buyer's agent, buyer, whatever the case may be. There's nothing wrong with popping in, checking in, saying, hey, where are we at with the process? And unfortunately, in this case, literally no one did that. It's kind of a unique and a rare circumstance. I've never experienced it, but some new agents don't know this. Some new agents just assume that it's going to be okay and don't communicate. Maybe they're scared, whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, we're in the circumstance where we have to, rush through things. We're going to push forward as quickly as we can. And what everyone can do in these types of circumstances is just double down on the communication, get everything into the lender that they need for underwriting purposes to get the loan approved, and really just hold tight and do what you can do to move the process forward, right? In these types of circumstances, everyone's going to be super stressed, but there's not much that we can do about that at this point, so. Anyway, just wanted to get the message out there, especially for our newer agents who maybe don't have the guidance that they need to get. Please communicate with the lender. It's super, super important. Please communicate with your buyer. Tell them they need to get on the loan application process and make sure that is getting taken care of. And then, everything will be fine. Everything should be fine. But I wanted to just get the word out there because some people might not know. Mistakes happen, but, we'll work through it. We'll get through it. And just have to, push back that closing date a little bit, unfortunately. I mean, nobody likes to do that, but fortunately, things are what they are. So anyway, I just wanted to get this story out there. Just take action, take control, do what you got to do, and just make it happen. I mean, if everyone's on the same page, usually everything goes pretty smoothly. So anyway, hope this helps. You'll have a great day.